Another step taken in establishing the Energy Smart Fund. Bullying in schools, not a simple issue. And in sports, now there's only one unbeaten team in men's volleyball.
Credible, balanced, committed. This is the CBC Evening News.
Good evening, I'm Pearson Bowen. This is the CBC Evening News. The Energy Ministry and the Enterprise Growth Fund have signed an agreement for the management of the Energy Smart Fund. The accord was signed by Chief Executive Officer of the Enterprise Growth Fund, Timothy Simmons, and Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Energy, Cora Richards, at Government Headquarters this morning. Ms. Richards says she's looking forward to working with the Enterprise Growth Fund. Chairman of that fund, Terence Thornhill, says the entity is delighted to be the executing agency for the project.
We have, over the past several years, I think, ably demonstrated our capacity to disburse in a timely and able manner funds apportioned to us by government, and certainly while the Energy Smart Fund is a fund that has certain technical challenges associated with it, we have managed funds that indeed have had other technical challenges, and we've managed them well. So we look forward to the challenge of executing this particular fund.
And Energy Minister Senator Darcy Boyce is hoping to get the $10 million fund set up and running soon. He says the largest component of it, $6 million, will be used to assist small businesses pursue renewable energy projects and upgrade to energy-efficient appliances. He says the Inter-American Development Bank conducted a study recently demonstrating that being energy efficient can cut some consumption by about 20%. Senator Boyce is hoping to reduce the use of fossil fuels in Barbados to around 70% in the near future.
The Smart Energy Fund, therefore, is the first step in this one. It is a pilot fund, which we hope to use to test the concept. And once we are happy that that concept is going to work well, with, of course, the tweaks that we will have to do here or there to make sure that it fits properly, we will want to expand that fund into a much larger commercial size fund, one for businesses and one for households.
Nearly 400 people are expected in Barbados next month to attend the 3rd Caribbean Renewable Energy Conference. Those discussions will take place at the Hilton Hotel from October the 12th until the 14th and will try to chart the best path forward for the renewable energy sector. One of the organizers, Jerry Butler, says the trade show and roundtable discussions with potential clients and technology partners are on the agenda.
My 120 blocks of rooms are totally sold out, and that I have brought in 400 room nights to Barbados in October. So from October the 12th to the 14th, there will be some U.S. money being spent at Oystons. There will be some U.S. money being spent at restaurants, at entertainment spots, etc.
Mr. Butler says some wealthy private sector heavy hitters are coming in for the conference. He also says 15 energy ministers from the Caribbean will be in attendance.
The vice chairman of CIBC, that's the guys who own First Caribbean Bank, the vice chairman of CIBC Worldwide Markets will be here as a keynote speaker. We're going to have the head of the IFC division responsible for renewable energy financing here. We will have the Inter-American Development Bank renewable energy finance head. We're going to have private investors, like there's a small little utility called WRB that's privately held. Well, they own 4 Caribbean utilities all around the Caribbean. They don't own one in Barbados yet, but they're always looking.
Mr. Butler says local exhibitors are needed for the conference because those visiting Barbados are looking for investment opportunities. A 24-year-old Christchurch man has been remanded to Her Majesty's Prison at Dodds on a charge of murder. Rico Omar Grimes of First Avenue, Maxwell Hill, appeared before Magistrate Laurie Ann Smith-Bovell yesterday at the District B Magistrates Court charged for the shooting death of Kerry Bailey. Bailey was shot at a fete at Townman Disco in Newbury, St. George on July the 10th. He died later that day at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. Police say Grimes is expected to reappear at the District B Magistrates Court on October the 17th. Bullying in schools is a multifaceted problem. That's according to the director of Parados, Marcia Graham. She made the comment during a community conference organized by the St. Michael's Southeast constituency branch of the Democratic Labour Party over the weekend. Ms. Graham says there are a number of factors which contribute to this type of deviant behavior.
Some of it stems from parenting, some of it stems from our displaced values, some of it stems from the fact that we are now more materialistic and we want several things that money can buy, and we may not necessarily have the money to get it, and we see that as one way of getting it. And then it has to do with power. I think I'm more powerful than you, so therefore I can beat you up and take what you have got that I want. And sometimes, the bullying didn't start there. Perhaps it's learnt behavior too. Sometimes we get children coming out of homes where they see that type of lifestyle, that spirit of control, where the adults in the house, that's the way that they behave.
Ms. Graham also says parents must empower children to stand up to bullies.
And we also have got to remember that there will also be that 2% of the population who are disposed to the criminal way of life. And they are with us. We can try to reduce it as much as possible, but we will probably always have some of those with us. But the thing is to help to empower our children to take care of themselves, and in the school to help children to live as a community where I look out for you and you look out for me.
The Christchurch East Constituency Council is on a mission to help the young people in that area succeed, and they've started today with a presentation to the St. Bartholomew Primary School. The council donated garden tools, bibs for the netball team and helmets for the cricket team. Chairperson of the council, Pastor Rochelle White, says wherever possible and there is a need, they will try to assist.
The West Indies team need a lot of help, and if we start from now, we will not be too far off, right? So in presenting you all with these helmets and the bibs, I expect that at least one school from Christchurch East will win the trophy so that it comes to Christchurch. So I'm giving y'all some goals and objectives.
Acting Principal Colleen Phillips says the tools will be useful to the school's 4-H club.
I'm particularly pleased because agriculture is something that we need to get our young people more interested in. Barbados has always been an agricultural society, but children and young people have moved away from that agricultural base and are looking in other areas. Land is always here with us, and agriculture is one of those areas in which we can develop our country.
Barbados is looking to maintain its self-sufficiency in turkey production. That's according to Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados Agricultural Society, James Paul, who believes there will be enough stock available locally for the Christmas season.
As far as I'm aware, at the moment we are self-sufficient. I know there were some difficulties this year which we have not. I'm not sure as to exactly what the status is at the moment, but I know that we should be okay when it comes to turkeys as we go later on down during the year.
Barbados will have good representation at the next month's carnival in Miami. The band, This Is We Culture, Fleeting Images, Baxter's Road to Fort Lauderdale, will be on the road for the carnival, which comes off on October the 9th. It will have 3 sections, all depicting things Bajan. They are the Flying Fish, Landship and Sugarcane. One of the sponsors of the band is Divi Southwinds Hotel. General Manager Alvin Jamat says with the winter season coming up, it's another way for the island to get some much-needed exposure.
Every time that we have an opportunity to create an imprint on the minds of would-be visitors to Barbados, it helps them to once again look at the destination favorably and decide on a hotel. And this is just another one of the ways to keep Barbados top of mind into the various marketplaces, and US being one of our leading marketplaces this year, and one of the marketplaces that has shown growth in tourism arrivals, and this helps to keep us right in front of our visitors.